Oh my gosh, hello awesome geeks out there. My name is Dylan and welcome back to the Five Awesome Geeks. This week we're going to be talking about some anime conventions, girl. Girl. It's about to get crazy up in this bitch. I really like anime conventions and I want to sing the song because I am going to the Book of the Atlantic movie tonight at the theater. That was my poor attempt to sing the Black Butler opening. Oh my gosh, that was great. So hi guys, then this week as always, like I said earlier in the video, like 2 seconds ago, we're going to be talking about anime conventions. I've been going to anime conventions since 2011. I love going to them so much. I have a tag video where I talk about my first convention experience. I will link that in the description box below. Actually, maybe I won't. It might not be up for a week or so. But that is coming in the future if you want to see that. Anyway, the first convention was Anime Oasis 2011 in Boise, Idaho. It was a really interesting experience. I really liked it and kind of didn't like it at the same time because I was really awkward and shy. And I'm still kind of shy at conventions. It's so hard for me to vlog in public. I just feel so weird. I even tried to do it last week on the Five Awesome Geeks and I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. So I don't know why I have that much of a problem. I just feel more comfortable in my own house so people can't see me doing this crap. So I went to Anime Oasis for a few years after that. I think I went 4 times, I want to say. And that was a lot of fun. I met some really great people there. Some of my friends from high school went there, and I met them there, and it was freaking awesome. It was so cool seeing them again, and just reminiscing about anime, and getting to see them. Basically, I only get to see them at anime conventions now, because we have lives outside of, you know, conning and cosplay and all that. My first cosplay I did with Britt at Youmacon in 2012. I believe it was 2012. And that was my first Youmacon, and we cosplayed as Troy and Abed from Community. Specifically, we were the Doctor Who counterparts. I think it was Inspector Spacetime and the Constable? Is that right? It's been a while since I watched it, but I have a picture of us together in our little awesome cosplay. We also met another Abed, which was so cool, so amazing. That was one of the really awesome experiences. That was my first cosplay. I believe my second cosplay was the Mama Umbridge. Oh my gosh, girl. I cosplayed Mama Umbridge with Melissa. She was Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon. There's a picture of this as well. And that was so much fun. It was a really interesting experience. Very kind of scary because it was the first time I ever did drag, and I think I looked pretty fabulous myself. But there was one bitch who was like, ugh, what a scary man. He called me scary, and I was even talking to my friends Melissa and Britt about this, and they were really supportive. Of course, they're my friends, they love me, and I love them. But I honestly wanted to quit that day because I don't know how to describe this feeling. I liked doing it. It was so fun, and I was so happy doing it. And then that one little comment just brought me down so bad. Of course, I didn't stop cosplaying. I kept with it. And then later, I think maybe that day or the next day, actually it was that day, I met 2 people in the dealer's hall who noticed my cosplay and recognized it. And I sang them Stutter a little bit, and they freaked out and laughed, and we got pictures, and it was so sweet of them. I didn't get their names, of course, because I was too awkward. But that was so sweet and wonderful, and that made the whole experience worth it. And the last cosplay I did was the next year at Youmacon, 2015. And this was the year that I got to meet 3 out of the 5 awesome geeks. So that was amazing. I met Kio-chan and Britt and Melissa all together with me, and I did a cosplay of the main character from Devil's a Part-Timer, Sadao Mao. I forgot his name for a second. I had a lot of fun with that cosplay too. I got that commissioned by my friend and Melissa's friends as well. Serenia did my cosplay for me, which was so sweet of her. And that was a really fun experience. That was one of my best con experiences ever, was Youmacon 2015. because I got to meet Britt again, of course, and Melissa, and then finally meeting Kio-chan for the first time was so much fun. There's actually a video on YouTube of all of us together. Britt did a vlog. It's like 8 minutes long. It's one of my favorite videos on the internet, and it makes me smile every time I watch it because it's just so much fun, and I have so much good memories with my friends, and that's really why I love convention, is making memories with your friends. That's the best part of conventions for me. We also had a night where we played Cards Against Humanity together, and oh my gosh, that was the best game of Cards Against Humanity I have ever played in my life. So much fun, so hilarious, we had so many antics. Space Jam on VHS. And what was the other one? Oh, there was like a really... I'll link the video. It was so funny. It was so much fun. And then last year I went to Youmacon with Melissa. That was a lot of fun. I got to meet Gigi, who's one of my new friends who I love on YouTube. And that was a lot of fun getting to meet her and the Dub Talk crew, which was really, really cool. I really have a lot of fun at conventions. One of my other favorite memories from a convention is from Anime Detour 2015. I got to meet Greg Ayers, which was so awesome. He's such a sweet person. He's one of the nicest people I've ever met. And he gave me some really good advice about being myself and accepting myself for who I am. And I thought that was so sweet of him. If you ever meet him, he's amazing. He's so kind. I also got to meet Kyle Iber and Right or Wrong, which was so amazing. Both of them are like two of my best friends. I love them so much. And it was a lot of fun. I got to dance on stage at Greg Ayers' rave, which was so great. I got to meet Brian, who is another one of my great friends. I really liked meeting him. He's awesome. I've met so many friends at conventions, and I would not have it any other way. Honestly, it's one of the greatest experiences I've ever had, and I love it, and I'm so glad that I decided to go to one in 2011, and I haven't stopped since. It's so much fun. I also forgot that I got to staff a convention last year at Geek.Kon in Madison, Wisconsin. I was on guest relations staff for the first time ever, and it was a really nerve-wracking experience because I've never actually worked at a convention before, so I didn't know what to expect. It was a lot easier than I was expecting, of course, and even though I was really critical of myself and how I handled it, it went fine. It went totally fine, and I worry for nothing. But yeah, that was a really interesting experience. It was very different. Guest relations staff is basically like the people that take care of the guests at the convention, make sure they have food and water, make sure they're all okay, and it's a really important, integral part to the convention that a lot of people don't really think about. You know, when you're at a con, there's so much happening, and you don't really think about the staff too much at a convention. At least I don't when I'm actually at a convention. But it's really cool, and it's a very different experience. So if you ever get to staff a con, give it a shot. It's a different experience. It can be fun at times. There's a lot of fun times I've had at conventions. You get to see a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff, which is really cool. And it was just a very different experience that I wouldn't give up for the world at all. It was really cool. So what do you guys think of anime conventions? Let me know in the comments below. What are some of your favorites? What have you done at a convention? What do you like to do at a convention? Let's just talk about conventions. It's so much fun to talk about it. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and Melissa will see you tomorrow.